Classical 90s consist.
One of the very worst incidents in freight trains was this one. The one with 14 years later, with most amounts of damages, locomotives being destroyed, and that is became to know as a derailment on the A&WP line. On April 22nd, 2006, a CSX intermodal train was making its way northbound through Georgia. The train consisted of 4 locomotives on the head end. The leader of this train was CSX-A40CW 7672, followed by a lease unit from LTEX SD45T-2 8532, originally built as Southern Pacific 8532. Followed by that was CSX SD40-2 8038 and BNSF-944CW 4801. This train was an intermodal train carrying lots of stackers. But then, as it got through Georgia, things start to go wrong. Meanwhile, at a railroad crossing at Coweta County, Georgia, there was a trailer that was stuck on the tracks. The gates go down, the e-bells rang, and the engineer really noticed it so badly that he threw his train to emergency braking, hoping to not avoid a crash, but it was too late. CSX intermodal train smashed the trailer and all 4 engines and multiple cars derailed the track. The A7672 completely destroyed the trailer and suffered into the face. BNSF 4801 was split in half, revealing its cab. The rest of the engines, 8532 and 8038, suffered minor damage. Thankfully, the truck driver and the CSX crew made it out alive without being injured. But one small mistake, like that truck being stuck on the track, can have very consequences. In the end, all locomotives were repaired except for one engine. 7672 was repaired and put back into service, which it still operates to this day. LTEX 8532 was later repaired but retired and will never run again. CSX SD40-2 8038 was also repaired and put back into service, which continues to operate for a couple more years, even to this day. But sadly, 8038 was rebuilt into an SD40-3, renumbered as CSX 4014, which that also continues to operate to this day, with that weird SpongeBob SquarePants cab. The only locomotive that was not repaired was BNSF-944CW 4801. The nose and cab were The nose was completely destroyed and going inside the cab, and therefore 4801 is deemed a total loss and was damaged beyond repair and scrapped. 14 years has passed since the incident. Most truck drivers still really ignore the crossing laws, but just make sure to be safe because if you disobey the railroad crossing signals, you'll likely have to an accident. But this derailment on the A&WP line will never happen again.